Oh yeah, Roma, we're diving into a classic Italian dish for Valentine's Day this morning. I'm joined by Melly. He is a co-owner over here at Naples. How are you doing?
Good, how are you, Kristen?
Hey, it's Valentine's weekend. I know this is probably one of the busiest times of the year for you.
That's right.
And so we want to dive into all the flavors. I know people at home are still making their plans. So what are we going to be making today? I understand you were talking a little bit about chicken parm.
We're going to be making chicken parmesan. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so what goes into it here?
So we're going to have fresh chicken breasts, right? We're going to be using our homemade tomato sauce, pomodoro, made from scratch. Takes about 4 to 5 hours to do. Nothing but tomatoes, a little bit of onions and garlic. We're going to be baking the chicken and some flour, a little bit of egg yolk, homemade Parmesan breadcrumbs, mozzarella cheese, parsley, and obviously Parmesan cheese, right?
Okay, this sounds very simple, but also elevated with the fresh tomatoes and everything. So let's get right into this. I'm gonna get out of your way so we can start here. But you tell me if you want me to help with anything.
Why don't we do one each?
Okay, we'll do one each. So I'll let you come over here and I'm gonna go over here. Okay, so you wanna take this one? I'll take this one.
All right, so we're gonna get flour on both sides, right?
Okay. So the flour before the egg.
Flour before the egg, correct.
I've been making chicken parm wrong this whole time. Okay, this is very helpful. And does that help the egg stick?
That's the whole thing. Yes,
okay,
it's gonna help the egg
so I'm
stick.
gonna watch you do this.
So we're gonna just bait it, and we're gonna make sure we let it drain for a little bit. We're gonna make sure there's no excess on it. Then we're gonna move into the breadcrumbs.
Okay, so you have it on the breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna coat mine right now. Okay, and while mine's draining, I'll let you move forward with yours.
So we're just gonna make sure we got a good amount of bread on both sides, right? And after that, we're gonna go straight to the fryer.
Oh, straight to the fryer. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's look at that. How long does this take to cook? Because I noticed that, did you pound down this chicken?
We did pound it out, so a chicken breast usually get about 4 pieces. On the fryer, if you keep it at 350 degrees, it take about 3 to 4 minutes, right, to cook evenly.
If someone's had a busy week and they're like, you know what, I just didn't make that reservation. If they wanted to make this at home, would you just put a pan with maybe a thin layer of oil?
Just oil, yeah. It doesn't have to. It can be pan fried. It's better to be pan fried. Just a little bit of olive oil on the bottom. Make sure it's nice and brown on both edges. You can do a little slit in the middle to make sure it's cooked evenly. Right?
Okay.
You don't want to get sick. And it's really simple. You can get the tomato sauce. Like I said, if you make it at home, it doesn't take long.
Okay.
Just a couple of cans, just onions, garlic. And it's a really simple process, right?
Yes, for sure. And so, Little TV Magic, we already have a few ready to go right here. So I'm seeing kind of this golden brown, beautiful color right now. And so this is kind of what people at home should be looking for, right?
Right, that's right. This is it.
Perfect.
So what we're gonna do now, right? We're gonna get a little bit of homemade tomato sauce.
Ooh, and this is the fresh pomodoro you
Fresh
said.
Pomodoro, correct. Pomodoro just means tomato.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna put a little bit on the bottom. Right, then we're gonna go put a little bit on the top.
Wow.
Right, really nice and easy. Okay.
And then you got the mozzarella.
Mozzarella, but first, we're gonna make sure we put the Parmesan cheese on it.
Oh, parm and mozzarella. Okay,
Parmesan
very
cheese.
tasty.
That's the secret right here.
That's the secret right there. Okay, you can never have enough cheese.
Then we'll do the mozzarella on top, right? And we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of parsley on it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And as we finish plating this up, we can't ignore those dishes that I was showing at the top of the show. So for people, if they come out here to Naples, can you tell me a little bit about what they can expect from your menu options?
Yes, so we have the most traditional items listed right here. We have heart-shaped raviolis. We made them specially for this weekend.
Aww.
Okay. Then we have our traditional lasagna, which we've done it before a couple of times. It's great. It's our top seller. It takes about 20 minutes in the oven. All right. Then we have our traditional chicken piccata, lemon caper white wine sauce. And your pasta. Another popular dish will be the fettuccine, and you can add shrimp, you can add chicken, you can put salmon on top, whatever you prefer. You have different options. Okay. Another thing for the ladies, really popular with the ladies, or fresh mozzarella salad, right? So it's pretty much sliced tomatoes / fresh mozzarella, basil, olive oil, capers, a little bit of basil, salt, pepper. And we're going back to our roots, Sicily. These are homemade Sicilian arancinis, right? So they're rice balls, and you can stuff them with pretty much anything you want. Traditionally, we do ham, beef, and mozzarella.
This all looks so tasty. So if the people at home, they want to check this all out, how can they find Naples? I know you're off Huebner Road.
We're in Huebner and Bitters. They also can go to our website, Facebook, Instagram, all of our social media, right? So, and it's really easy. Just, look us up, Google it up.
Thank you so much for your time this morning, Mel.